Welcome to biology online classes. So, in the previous class, I have already explained you about the various stages or steps of mitosis, like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And we have seen that the cell division takes place through two different phases or cell cycle, that is interphase and M phase. Okay. Interphase is again divided into three further phases: G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Okay, and then we have seen that the M phase, M phase is again takes place. Okay, through four different phases like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So this much is very clear, I think. You please go through the video and read the chapter. Then only we can understand the further process. So in the after the karyokinesis. So what is karyokinesis? The division of nucleus. Okay, and that only happens through what interphase and M phase. And M phase is having different phases. We have already studied that. Now the next process that has to take place is cytokinesis. So what is cytokinesis? The division of cytoplasm is known as what? The cytokinesis. Understood? So karyokinesis should be followed by cytokinesis. Then only cell division can be completed. Okay. So there is little bit difference in animal cell and in plant cells for the cytokinesis. Understood? So in animal cells, the cytokinesis is achieved by the appearance of a furrow in the plasma membrane. Okay, in the plasma, the outermost boundary of cell is plasma membrane, and there appears a furrow, and this furrow gradually deepens into the center, and this divides the cell cytoplasm into two. Understood? So a furrow, a small constriction type appears in the side of the cell membrane, and that deepens, okay, from both the side of the cell. Understood? And it deepens into the center, and that divides the cytoplasm into two. But in plant cells, okay, in another way it takes place. Understood? So here cytokinesis happens by the formation of a cell plate. Understood? Actually cell plate is representing what only, the middle lamella between the walls of the two adjacent cells. Okay, a middle lamella will form in the center. Understood? Or a cell plate is formed in the center, and then this cell plate grows towards the sides. Okay, so in animal cell, how it was? The plasma membrane, in the plasma membrane, okay, there appears a furrow, and that furrow deepens into the center. Understood? From side to the center. But in plant cells, how it is? A cell plate is formed in the center, and that will extend towards the sides. Understood? So that what happened? The cell cytoplasm will be getting divided. Understood? Then at the time of cytoplasmic cell division, organelles like what mitochondria, plastids, etc., they also increase their number, isn't it? During the interphase, and this will also be get distributed equally. Okay, and in case if the cytokinesis fail to happen, then what will happen? The cell will become multinucleated. Understood? So it can lead to syncytium. Syncytium means multinucleated conditions. Okay, many nuclei will be found in the same cytoplasm. Okay, for example, in liquid endosperm in coconut. Understood? Now about mitosis, you understood what is mitosis? Okay, now what is its significance? So mitosis takes place in diploid and, okay, haploid cells. like in plants, okay, and in certain insects. But usually it takes place where? In diploid cells. Understood? So, in some lower plants and in some insects, haploid cells also can undergo mitosis. Okay, but usually mitosis takes place where? In diploid cells. Understood? Then, what is the importance of it? So, it helps in growth. Okay, it helps in the what production of diploid daughter cells with identical genetic complement. That is what it is known as equational division. Okay, the daughter cells and the parent cell will have the same genetic complement, and that's what it is known as what equational division. Okay, so the growth of organisms takes place by mitosis. Understood? So when the cell will start its mitosis or division, when cell growth, okay, when cell enlargement happens, that disturb the ratio between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. And this is the what driving force for a cell to get divide. Understood? To restore the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. Understood? And so for cell the growth of the organism, mitosis is very must. And then another what reason or another significance of mitosis is it helps in the cell repair. Understood? So if any damage happens, for example the cells of upper layer of epidermis, cells of the cells of the lining of the gut, blood cells, okay, they are constantly formed in our body, isn't it? You know, the blood cells are having only very less lifespan, so they are formed every means time. So this all help in what? Repair. Understood? And in plants, meristematic cells are having, they are retaining the capacity to divide, so they help to divide and form what, or they help in the growth of the plant throughout the life. So is it clear about mitosis? What we have learned, do you remember? We learned that mitosis is also known as equational division. Okay, and then I told you it takes place through different phases, like what? Interphase and M phase. Understood? Interphase is actually is also known as the resting phase, and in this it is divided into three different phases: S1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. Okay, we have seen all this. And M phase is having different stages like prophase, metaphase, and anaphase and telophase. Okay, in prophase, what are the characters formed or can be seen? Metaphase, you can see all the chromosomes arranged in the center. Anaphase, chromosomes will be found in the poles. And telophase, just opposite of prophase. Okay, appearance of nuclear membrane, nucleolus, all that happens. Okay, chromosomes again they coil to form chromatin material. So all this events, major events we have discussed, and also we have discussed about the cytokinesis. So about mitosis, I think it's very clear. Now next is meiosis. Okay, so meiosis, when it is necessary, when an animal need to produce gametes, because in sexual reproduction, okay, there is fusion of gametes, isn't it? Two gametes will fuse to form the zygote, and this gametes are formed by from what? Diploid cells. And this division reduces the chromosome number of the this diploid cells into half, so that after the fusion also the chromosome number of the parent and the offspring will be same. Understood? Meiosis involves again meiosis 1 and 2, okay, in a single cycle of DNA replication. Understood? And meiosis 1 is initiated after parental chromosomes have replicated. Okay, we have learned that in S phase the DNA replication takes place, isn't it? And they produce what? The identical sister chromatids. Okay, sister chromatids will be there, they are joined to the common centromere. Understood? So already DNA is duplicated, but the chromosome is not splitted. Okay, so one chromosome will have what, two chromatids, understood, each containing one DNA of the same chromosome, understood. So this happens during S phase. After this only what happen, meiosis starts. And meiosis, you can see pairing of homologous chromosomes and recombination between non-sister chromatids. So what is this homologous chromosome? Do you know? See, you know that we are having 23 pairs of chromosomes, isn't it? And among this, each pair is having what, same number of genes, size, all that will be same. Okay, the members of a single pair, for example, 22nd pair or 21st pair, understood. So these members will be identical to each other, they will be same, understood. So this chromosomes are known as what, homologous chromosome, understood. And each homologous chromosome will have what, sister chromosome, means each chromosome will have two chromatids. And the homologous chromosomes, when they come close to each other, because pairing, I told, pairing takes place. So when two homologous chromosomes, they come and come close to each other, they exchange their fragments, okay, between two homologous chromosome. Okay, between the two homologous chromosomes, there will be exchange of fragments. This is the significance of what this is what the variation occurs during meiosis. We have learned in 10th class also, isn't it? So variation in sexual reproduction, there are different reasons. I have told you, two parents are involved. Another important reason why variation occurs in sexual reproduction is involvement of meiosis, because in meiosis, what is there, there is exchange of chromosomal fragments between two what, the non sister chromatids. Clear? So this all happens, and at the end of the meiosis, you can see four cells will form. But after the this one, mitosis, you can see only two cells will form. But after meiosis, four daughter cells will be formed. Is it clear? So meiosis is divided into two stages. What are they? Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, understood. And in each meiosis, in each of this, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, you can see different substages like prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. The meiosis 1 prophase is known as prophase 1, okay, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And meiosis 2, we can divide them into prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So is it clear? Meiosis is divided into two steps. What are they? Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Each meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 are having substage. Prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And meiosis 2 also. Prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So let's see what is happening in meiosis 1. That is, the first stage of meiosis 1 is what? Prophase 1. Okay. So prophase 1 is a very long phase. Okay. And it is very complicated phase. And it is again divided into further sub stages, okay, or phases based on the chromosomal behavior, how the chromosomes are behaved. Okay, so they are leptotene, zygotene, pacotene, diplotene and diakinesis. So this you will have to learn, no other way. Okay, leptotene, zygotene, pacotene, diplotene and diakinesis. Okay, 2-3 times you read, then it will be easy for you. Okay, so during leptotene, what happens is chromosomes will become visible under the light microscope. Okay, otherwise it will be what, in the form of chromatin network, isn't it? So the compaction, that is the chromosomes condensation, continues throughout the leptotene. And then next is what, zygotene. In this, a special function is there, that is behavior is there, chromosomes, that is the pairing of chromosomes, homologous chromosomes, and that is known as synapsis. Okay, so synapsis or pairing of chromosomes takes place during which phase of meiosis 1? Zygote. Okay, and they are known as homologous chromosomes. I told what are homologous chromosomes, isn't it? And this homologous chromosomes, okay, they form a complex structure called synaptonymal complex, and this contains what a pair of synapsed homologous chromosomes, and that chromosomes are known as bivalent or tetrad. Understood? So is it clear? So what is a major event that takes place during zygote? Pairing of homologous chromosomes. What is that process called? Synapsis. Okay, and you can see that this uh, forms a complex structure known as what? Synaptonymal complex, and this complex contains what? Two homologous chromosome, and they are known as what? A bivalent or a tetrad. Understood? And the next stage is known as the Pachytene. Okay, during this the chromosomes will become very distinct, and they clearly appear as tetrads, and you can see the certain regions where the non-sister chromatids cross over each other. Okay, they cross over each other, and this crossover is seen as certain bands, okay, known as chiasmata. Understood? So this what you can see that. Understood? Crossing over is what actually? It is the exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. Okay, and it's a enzyme mediated process, and you can see the enzyme involved in this is recombinase enzyme. Understood? Now crossing over helps in the recombination. Okay, recombination between homologous chromosome is continuing in the the Pachytene stage, and at the end of the Pachytene, okay, you can see that the recombination between homologous chromosome will be completed, and leaving the chromosomes linked at the site of the crossing over. Wherever the crossing over took place, there only it will be still attached. Otherwise, they'll be completely separated. Understood? Next stage is diplotin, and I told you in the Pachytene stage, you can see that through certain bands they are they are crossing each other. Okay, so at the beginning of the diplotin, okay, it is recognized by the complete dissolution of the synaptonymal complex. Okay, and the recombined homologous chromosome, they try to separate each other. Okay, and this, when they separate, they try to separate each other, you can see certain sites. Okay, they are still attached, and that are known as what? Chiasmata, that bands. Understood? In that bands are seen. So chiasmata, in which stage it is very much visible? Diplotin. Pachytene, what is this the thing? The crossing over. Okay, crossing, the major event in Pachytene is crossing over, and after crossing over, what will happen? They will start moving apart. Okay, at the beginning of the diplotin, and they will be still attached to the non-sister chromosomes through some X-shaped structures called chiasmata. So chiasmata is visible in diplotin. Understood? The final stage of meiotic prophase 1 is diakinesis, and this is characterized by the terminalization of chiasmata. What are chiasmata? X-shaped structures wherever the non-sister chromatids are still attached, isn't it? So this X-shaped chiasmata, they will move to the terminal region of the chromosome. So that is known as terminalization. Okay, and then the chromosomes will be fully condensed. Okay, then meiotic spindle is assembled to prepare homologous chromosomes for separation. Okay, and at the end of the diakinesis, the nucleolus disappears, nuclear envelope also disappears. Okay, so like this it will lead to the next phase of prophase, means meiosis 1, that is metaphase 1. So prophase 1 is a large or a long process. Understood? It includes what various substages, leptotin, okay, then what zygotin, then pachytene, diplotin, and diakinesis. Okay, so you can see in leptotin, chromosomes will become visible under the light microscope. Okay, then compaction of chromosomes continues. Then zygotin, pairing of homologous chromosomes called synapses. Okay, appearance of bivalent or tetrad. Then in pachytene, what is happening is, okay, the bivalents appear very clearly, and you can see that crossing over starts, isn't it? The exchange of genetic material. Then it will be followed by diplotin, where you can see wherever the crossover is there, they are what X-shaped structures called chiasmata is found, and in the final stage of meiotic phase, okay, and in diplotin, what terminalization, isn't it? Sorry, in diakinesis, terminalization of chiasmata, okay, happens, and this is the last step of prophase 1. And there what happened, the nucleolus disappears, okay, nuclear envelope disappears. Okay, so this is the end of the prophase 1. We have even studied in prophase, these are the things happens: nucleolus disappear, nuclear membrane disappears, chromosomes condenses. All this happened during what, this prophase 1. So next phase is what, metaphase 1, and then anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Okay, then we'll have to study the meiosis 2. So let's continue this in the next class. Thank you very much.